happy to see what this is about. Jim Cramer shares his new formula for investing right now due to Fed worries. I'd like to say dual. You could have said dual. There's a couple of them kicked out the thing.
My job is not just to entertain, but to educate and teach. So call me at 1-800-743-CNBC or tweet me at Jim Cramer. Today we got a bit of a reprieve from the indiscriminate selling that we've been seeing. And you know what? The averages sold off harder earlier in the session, but then they did a little rebound. Dow only closing down just 1.7 points. S&P losing 0.75%. Nasdaq tumbling 1.14%, but that was not as bad as it once was. Some of this is because the market's already been hard hit ahead of tomorrow's Federal Reserve meeting, which we know is incredibly important. But make no mistake, we are headed for what I think is a true make or break moment, as you will hear later in the show. If you think the Fed will keep pumping lots of liquidity into the system by buying bonds to keep rates low, then stocks can go back to normal, especially the most fanciful high flyers. But with inflation raging, and it is, plus it is, there's a very good chance the Fed will start tapping the brakes on the economy, which is why I keep telling you it's time to own companies with real profits that make things and return the profits to shareholders. Remember, you can divide the stock world into two kinds of stories. You've got
actually the duel with the Fed of fine-tuned negotiation and
let's say you got a company that sells razors and razor blades.
Force in public,
You're going to need the same number of
and I mean that not to be a slaughterhouse. I mean that like we will arrest you, put you in jail, and show you that at least for some of the reasonings that the up, down in the stock market numbers are important for Jesse's case.
When you fear you might lose your job, you're not going to spend much on
there's a right, wrong way to do things. And if you use the computer work correctly, or which industrial inside you like, there are past players that's just a 0-1.
She had just delivered some amazing earnings, much better than anyone was looking for.
That makes that GPT problem a little bit harder because you'll program one way when you need to be a bear in a bull's position. In Alaska, the whole farm would be Alaska. Now, if in that range industrials on the IMA walkthrough becomes what this fine gentleman here is going to tell you about how the mechanics work, so anybody can use how that system works in order to at least base your honor. There are two systems that are known variables that use the same base that may diverge, and we're trying to make the determination which is safest and most efficient based on time and experiments of that safety and dangerous variant of that combination. And you'd have to imagine it would. Food has to keep going at one fundamental level. The game is more important than letting it fall. Right? So it's a simple standard. What it means is if you have to, corn keeps growing, you pay the worker, for sure that's what does. Money and time doesn't matter. We crime time and debt off at least that system and readjust the algorithm at some point without killing everybody in the room.
Of course, so far nothing has actually changed.
That's the first part. Then higher minds. If at your council we didn't change the Constitution, we're not varying it off of what it represents. We're just taking a new math problem to describe what may concept of Bernoulli of King George in this case, taxation, things that reference the YF over X on energy, loss, decay, standard models, and those computer algorithms that do snake IO that way show that other models have that fuzzy feeds and speeds problem to become something else when it's physically there. You can't just give it for particles anymore to Nobel board. And in the fluff of what that is, while it is there, space-time is always a valuable topic to talk about. But there are differentials, especially at Ford, Nobel, about what that physics may represent nuking Mars across the surface of Earth for nickel, copper, mine, the entirety of the system in Cerebro. And let me tell you, that's why banking's hard.
But now that the Fed's accommodation looks like it's running its course,
they'd be having salties and all kinds of programs that have to factor their own number from an inverted line. And that line could be anybody working in Pacific has salty. I would have to play very sharps, even if it was my first day on, if it was on the island.
Stocks have been going up spectacular
There's
sales
an E2 to E8 gambit of, well, I'm expected to do these things. Zeros and ones, then lunch, day trades, timelines. And that doesn't make sense to always why that does that, or why the herd would mechanically move that way. With that in mind,
they don't want to bother with them, so they just
we get back to some Fed problems that we can't necessarily discuss at this moment because of policy. Different, alright, lame duck shit that we're squaring away, but no matter what you do, it burns down the Senate building, the college, everything, islands go down, like, and nobody wins this. Nobody wins that. It's a mad thing of great, you clip people with lots of money in their mountain and taking them down, and that's not good either.
As much as I like their high-octane Annihilator coffee, you can't judge it by the same yardstick as Starbucks.
All the diagrams serve a purpose. You know, they're very close to each other. They're like the index.
Well, it looks like Dutch Bros
You have class in the sector, which really only surprised how much bit for that NTF was there. There's still a supply and demand to people putting money into it. The Fed's coming and going, and business names under the same sectors that do the same thing but are different. The machine is thermodynamic, every nut and bolt. There it is.
Right, according to the analyst
No,
JP Morgan,
that's beautiful.
You can justify it based
that's great first step.
2037 numbers. 2037.
Take where you're going.
2037
they can always call me if they really want.
5 times as many stores.